Academic Affairs, Dr. Himiliano Aliti, Dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. Norbert Lingling, Year-level coordinators, Dr. Arthur Go and Dr. Oliver Domingo, our inspirational speaker, Tita Doc, College Secretary, Dr. Ravina Quinones, Dr. Samir Estorza, President of the UDRM Alumni Association Incorporated, distinguished members of the faculty, our beloved administrative staff, parents, friends, classmates, and fellow doctors. Good morning, and in advance, congratulations to the batch of 2019. It is such a great honor to be chosen to speak on behalf of Class 2019. You see, this is not a valedictory address. As gusto ko maging valedictorian, pero hindi kinaya. But this is rather a moment to share and highlight the journey that brought us all here together. Do you remember how it all started? Do you remember yourself 4 years ago waiting for this moment? Do you remember how you studied 3 chapters of reading assignment on transcription and translation, and how you relied on Madarcos notes on biochemistry exams? Do you remember how badly you want to become a junior intern and then regretting it afterwards? On a serious note, do you remember what you're really here for? For some of us, we want to become a doctor because it has been a childhood dream. Some of us would like to become like our parents who are successful in their respective fields. And some of us would want to earn a great salary and buy whatever we want. But deep inside of us, we have a common reason why we went through this long and winding path. As freshmen, most of us entered medical school to serve its purpose, and that is to help heal our people and countrymen. Unfortunately, this reason is being forgotten as we slowly lose focus to what really is needed and what is needed to be prioritized. This is because during the 4 years in medical school, though we learned a lot and endured hundreds of textbook pages and thousands of 100-item examinations, our body submit itself to its mortal form and experience a different level of exasperation and exhaustion. We fell down on our knees numerous times, praying to God for this to be over, and sometimes we break down due to stress, fatigue, and even tons of things we need to accomplish. Here are some examples. Sa sobrang pagod natin, naging 3 o'clock habit mo na ang pagsasabi ng ayoko na. Sa sobrang pagod natin, nakapagsagot ka na ng letter E sa isang exam na ang choices ay A, B, at C, D lang. Sa sobrang pagod natin, nakatulog na tayo sa kama at nagising, kinabukasan, suot pa rin ang ating uniform. Sa sobrang pagod natin, isang araw pinagalitan at pinalabas ng isang residente yung dalawa kong groupmate na huling natutulog, pero ibang clerk yung tumayo at lumabas na. Sa sobrang pagod natin, nilak ng residente yung pinto para hindi na makapasok yung mga late, pero yung clerk na ito, binuksan niya yung pinto para papasukin yung iba. Sa sobrang pagod natin, may isang clerk na naalimbungatan at sumigaw ng hindi ko alam sa isang konsulta na nagtanong lamang sa kanya. Sa sobrang pagod natin, nakapag I love you ako sa crush kong residente na tumawag sa akin sa phone. Sa sobrang pagod natin, I receive a 24-hour demerit for poor patient care dahil sa kadahilan ng sikreto ko na lang. Yan ang buhay natin sa loob ng 4 na taon. And with this different level of exasperation and exhaustion, we tend to be impulsive, grumpy, risky, to the point that we defy the rules. If we're going to ask a random person out there kung ano ang plano nila sa buhay after this, gusto na lang nilang maging aso na ginogroom at inaalagaan. Patatas na hindi ko alam kung bakit. Asawa ng mayaman, or even macho dancer earning huge sums of money. And we cannot really blame ourselves if these experiences in med school made us switch our reasons from being selfless to being purely personal. At first, we thought that the hardest part of it all was the biochemistry final exam, but lo and behold, as years went by, we realized that things need to get practical, as this being a test of survival to remain in the postgraduate program, and it's a key for us students, specifically as doctors. The more we stay here, the more we are expected to perform and do well. It then makes our bodies prone to being pulled apart by physical factors, breaking us apart, shattering us into pieces, and making us want things to be over. It then compromises our performance and makes us think of our own welfare instead. I believe this is not bad. However, it pushes us to set aside the noble principle we were upholding before we entered this academy. Not to mention the unexpected weight loss o pagsikip ng mga uniform due to stress eating, episodes of palpitations, status post 1 liter of coffee, at pagtingin sa kawalan dahil wala ka na sa sarili. But despite of all these shenanigans, do you still remember the story of Rosario? Hi, Dr. Javier. She was the 1-year-old girl who opened our eyes to the inconvenient truth happening within this country. She served as the epitome of helplessness and a victim of poverty and poor healthcare management. She died from a disease that literally broke our hearts because she could have been alive and around our age, working for her family and maybe creating an impact in our society. Not that I am comparing ourselves to Rosario dahil nagkaroon tayo ng episodes ng pagkakatae during NCH, but she is one of the reasons why our passion to serve the community must still be alive and burning. Even if we are crushed down by heavy workload and toxic environment because, as I speak, there are thousands or maybe millions of Rosarios out there. As UERM hones us to become 5-star physicians, this is the time to relieve the passion and uphold social mobilization and responsibility. Though fatigue is an inevitable entity, we must try to instill in our minds that there are people looking up to us who are hopeless as they are not given the quality of healthcare they need. In addition, as we walk outside the doors of UERM, let us be the voice of the unheard and unprivileged. Let us start making a difference by extending our hands by means of providing the best medical services that we can give. Smile and tend to their needs. Be considerate because they do not know what to do in times of need. And even if it's just a simple cough in the wee hours of the morning. Let us show the world how to deal with our patients with love and compassion kahit pagod ka na. Kahit na tinulugan ka na ng kaduty mong taga-ibang school. Because we are trained to work under pressure and under unfavorable circumstances. And because we understand. As doctors, we will swear to the board that we will uphold the principles of the Hippocratic Oath and let the story of Rosario motivate our journey as future clinicians. Let this graduation not be a sigh of relief from the responsibilities that we have faced, but rather a moment to think back of the reasons why we are here. Let this moment open our eyes once more to the realities that needed to be addressed for us to achieve the quality of healthcare every Filipino deserves. It is not wrong to dream for a bright and luxurious life, or maging aso or patatas man, but it would be priceless to help and contribute for the betterment of our community, to give back to people, and to fulfill the mission and vision of Ramon Magsaysay to his sons and daughters. Let this be a story not just of success, but of how we fought and survived the struggles we have encountered. Do not throw away the bad things we have bumped into. Instead, charge it into experience which would make us strong and prepared for the trials to come. Furthermore, let us not forget that the real test for us doctors is to fix and improve the healthcare system that will not just benefit ourselves, but also the whole country. Our nation is counting on us to bring out the best in ourselves, highlighting, of course, our 5-star physician attributes. And as we walk through the halls of the UERM once more, let us not forget all the memories and experiences that have molded us to become doctors we are today. Let us not forget all the people behind this success, including the security guards and janitors who help us in opening our auditoriums, up to the mayor of Quezon City who declares class suspensions kahit na umaaraw kinabukasan. From our parents who supported us throughout this journey, up to the faculty and school officials who represented this Gold and Blue institution. Ladies and gentlemen, gagraduate na tayo. Gusto ko marinig sabihin nyo, gagraduate na tayo.
Graduate na tayo.
I can hear you.
Graduate na tayo.
Lakasan nyo with conviction.
Graduate na tayo.
Very good. And we're a day closer in achieving those two letters at the end of our names. From this day on, may we remember why the universe chose us to be in this place and how fate molded us to become the people who are we right now. Do hereby pledge that we will do the best that we can be so that in the future, we may lessen, if not eradicate, the unfortunate deaths of thousands of Rosarios out there and be part of the solution this motherland needs. Yes, it all started with a dream that has been tested within 4 years of struggle and brawl. And with that, once more, congratulations and padayon, class of 2019.